in the Vinton County High School and the Wellston High School as we are set to bring you the action here from BMG Media, Vinton County, and BMG Media of this Week 10 rivalry game. I'm Nathan Lamb alongside my partner Brad Rose. Brad, it's finally here. It's Week 10, the game that everybody looks forward to every year on these two sides. A little dreary.
It is, but it's been a long time coming. Look at the crowd here. For a night like tonight, it's pretty good turnout so far.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty good crowd on both sides. The hillsides out there covered as we await the two teams to take the field. So tonight, the not only second place in the TVC Ohio on the line for these two teams, but both teams in the midst of the playoffs. Wellston 16th or 15th in Region 19, yes. And Vinton County is 13th in Region 15. So both of these teams looking for a win tonight. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right, I can't hear myself. Both of these teams looking for a win to solidify themselves in the playoffs. Wellston, with a loss, probably still will get in, but it will be close, and they'll probably need some help. Vinton County is a similar situation for them. They'll most likely be in with a win, but there are some things that can happen that could put them out. So, but it all comes down to this, Brad. Week 10 game, rivalry game, playoffs on the line, second place in the TVC Ohio.
I mean, coming into this season, could you imagine that we'd be right where we are today? Still, an outside chance for Wellston to possibly tie for that TVC title if somehow Athens upsets Nelsonville.
Right, that's something worth noting. We'll keep an eye on that score tonight too, as that's a rivalry game in itself over in Athens County. Both of those teams play a pretty good game every year, seems like, in that rivalry. So we'll pay attention to that one, and as we continue to wait here for the teams to come out.
Sounds like they're starting to come out there, Nathan.
So we have the helmet down there, Brad. It's full of smoke.
Well, yeah, I think we're using up what we got left for this season.
Yeah. Week 10 never gets old. Vinton County and Wellston. This is the 55th game in a rivalry that dates all the way back to 1968.
It's a long time. That's a little longer than I've been here.
Yes.
It's something we look forward to every year. I mean, whether we're here or whether we're in Wellston away,
right, yeah.
It's just a game that's usually tough. It's usually these type of conditions where, field conditions come into play, and usually these are two pretty hard-nosed, run-likely teams usually each year, and this will be just the same as it's been in the last 5 or 6 years past.
Yeah, I agree. There's been a lot of memorable games in this rivalry, and I think you could be possibly getting ready to witness one more tonight as we await the teams to take the field here.
Looks like Wellston's getting ready to take the field now, passing that newly minted rivalry trophy down there at the edge of the field on the track there, Nathan.
Yeah, so we have the battle for the tracks this year as Wellston runs out onto the field. The Battle of the Tracks is an idea, concept kind of that came out of this past season. We've got a trophy. We got a
yeah, the trophy. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, we got a trophy. Okay, there we go. So the trophy, Brad. Tell us a little bit about the trophy.
The trophy was kind of concocted, kind of talked about between Coach and a few others here in the community that help with football 3 weeks ago or so, and he had contacted one of the coaches down to Wellston and kind of liked the idea. This is going to be an annual trophy that can be passed between the schools, and the victorious team will take it and display it in their trophy case each season and then return to the field with it the following.
Yes, and that's what makes it kind of cool. There are a lot of rivalries in this area that have those trophy exchanges, and that's just something that we kind of added to the rivalry, to the spectacle that Week 10 Vinton County and Wellston is. So I think it's really cool what we've done this season here, and with the trophy and the battle of the tracks, man, as the Vikings come out of the helmet.
There's our seniors. This is a rivalry that's dated for, you said 50 years. We needed a rivalry trophy similar to this. It's something that's been needed for a while.
Yeah, I agree. As the Vikings take the field here. We're almost set. Week 10 action, Vinton County and Wellston. Rivalry week in the TVC Ohio. Again, we'll keep an eye out on the Nelsonville, York, and Athens score, as that's very important to the Wellston fans out there.
Well, I think we're probably less than 3 minutes from kick here, aren't we, Nathan?
Yes. So, Brad, Wellston started out the season 1-4, 1-3. 4 out of their last 5 they've won. This is a team that kind of rallied around Mollahan when he took over as the quarterback position. What do you think we're going to see tonight from these guys? The conditions aren't the greatest for an air raid, which they have kind of morphed into the last few weeks. They've been able to put up some points, but is the weather going to come into play tonight? Because we've seen the Vikings in wet weather, and we've seen them fumble the ball quite a bit.
Well, we know it's going to come into effect. Grass field such as this, late in the season, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a treacherous trek. But Wellston is very well balanced. I mean, they show the pass quite often. Their quarterback is able to scramble, gives you that extra runner in the backfield you have to compensate for. And I think they'll probably just be the way they are the last few weeks. I mean, I don't think they're going to change something that's been working for them.
It's going to be interesting to see tonight. Wellston's put up 33, 46, 49, 35, while the Vikings, they've leaned on their defense this season so far. So
down one starter tonight, and Dawson Brown.
Yes.
He'll be missed tonight.
Yes, cornerback Dawson Brown for the Vikings will be out tonight, as Gabe Ratchke is going to do the kicking for the Vikings.
Wonder if he'll do double duty tonight.
I would imagine you'll see him kicking the extra points as well. As the Vikings start with a squib, that one might go out of bounds, and it does.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a penalty on the Vikings.
Not the way we wanted to start there, Nathan.
I think you're just trying to make something happen there in terms of the weather. The field's wet. Try to just run the ball down the field there, and hopefully something happened, but just a little bit too much on that kick there by Ratchke. So we'll see the Rockets take the field on offense first. As they come out with 2 wide receivers in a shotgun set.
Vinton County showing a 3-man front.
Mollahan. And he's going to look to run this one all the way, trying to get some room there, and doesn't. Going to be brought down in the backfield by number 54, Reagan Newsom.
Very shifty runner, but Mr. Newsom is pretty shifty himself for a bigger kid.
Yeah, that was a run all the way, and the Vikings read that really well as Reagan Newsom with the tackle.
6 yards on the play. It'll be second down 16.
So now the Rockets in a bit of a hole here. Again, 2 wide receivers to the far side. Mollahan, now he's looking to throw this one.
Ooh.
Nearly intercepted. Wow. Nearly intercepted.
Brock Moore there could have had the proverbial pick six.
Throw intended for breach. Broken up by the Vikings, Brock Moore.
So this is 3rd and 16, and you're surely going to see the ball in the air here. So the Vikings all season, the defensive backs for Vinton County have been playing really well. 3 wide this time for Mullahan and the Rockets.
Looking to pass.
And throws this one incomplete.
Good defense there by the Vikings.
Blake Brown on the rush there. Was Brenton Breach on the
4th down, 16.
intended reception there. That the ball came up a little bit short. So Wellston will be forced to punt. Vikings defense coming out. I mean, they played pretty well against Nelsonville York last week. They gave up 20 points, but to a Nelsonville team, that's
they did.
That's not terrible.
They played good defense. They gave up some yardage, but it seemed like it was chunk plays.
Right.
Defense had quite a few good stops in that game. And really kept the score close till they're right there at the end.
So there's the punt by Breach. And the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Down by Aiden Graham on the 40-yard line. Vinton County will have it 1st and 10.
So now we'll see what Wellston does here against this Vinton County running game, because I don't think it's anybody's. It's not a secret the Vikings are going to want to run the football.
Yeah.
And they've had some success throughout the year, but there have been a couple teams that have been able to really stifle this defense. We're going to have a play here, a free play, where
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
Yes.
number 57, Caden Eberts, who was injured in the offseason, he's going to come in the game here, and we're going to have a untimed snap so he can get on the record books of playing his senior season.
Really cool thing, and both sides decided this was okay to do.
Right, yes.
Really good sportsmanship for Wellston here.
So there we go. Emotional moment for the Vikings.
Absolutely. Could you imagine what that young man's feeling right now, walking off the field for that last time during his senior season?
Very nice sportsmanship there by both teams, and a nice sight to see the kid
Yeah, nice gesture by all.
get to take the field in the biggest game of the year. Now we'll come back here as the Vikings will take over on offense for the first time tonight in the wing tee with 2 wide receivers.
A little different look there.
And there's Carr around the right side. He's got some room. Brought down by Breach as he breaks it across the 45 to near the 40-yard line.
Might have rumbled for another 6 or 7 had he not been able to grab a hold of that jersey.
Now, one thing I noticed there, Brad, is when he hit the line, the ball kind of squirted out a little bit. He almost lost that one.
I'm sure he'll remember that on this next play.
So, again, we'll see the Vikings come out. They're going to want to run the football. Vikings with 2 wide receivers. Ratchke's going to go into motion and take the handoff.
Keep a hold of it.
He gets a nice gain on the play. Pick up a 5 yards.
Not bad. Good way to start for him. He struggled during the last game. Didn't get many yards, if any, during Nelsonville, and to see him get some positive yardage there probably help him a little bit.
Yeah, for the confidence. And again, Ratchke just a sophomore.
2nd down, 4.
So the Vikings again looking to score on their first drive of the game. And the handoff goes to Carr, and he's going to pick up the first down as he's brought down by Wilbur of the Rockets. Another nice run by Zane Carr.
Just always moving forward. I mean, no matter what he's doing, if he's spinning or juking, he's always moving forward.
Vikings come out here in the tee. River Hayes to the far side. Rashke in motion. The hand is to Moore up the middle, and he's got some room. breaks a tackle and gets inside the 15 is Brock Moore.
Nice run by Brock.
Now, it's good to see Brock Moore getting those carries. His game is usually just 2, 3, 4 yards up the middle, and that time he got a little bit bigger of a big chunk there that we're not used to seeing from Brock Moore. Vikings come to the line, 2 wide receivers. Hand off to Carr. He's trying to find a hole. And he's going to be brought down this time.
Wellston sniffed that one out pretty quickly.
By Evan Brown. Nice tackle by Evan. Still a pickup of about 3 yards.
It'll be second down 7. Ball now on the 11-yard line of the Rockets.
This is clearly 4-down territory for the Vikings. Or is it, Brad? Because we have a kicker now.
We do have a kicker. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if Coach would rather have 3 or 7 here.
Well, there's Ratchke, and he's got the cutback and the first down.
We'll take the first down. Fresh set of downs.
Ratchke on the carry.
Kind of weaved his way through.
Yeah. There wasn't much there.
That defensive line, pickup of about 3 yards on the play, needed 2. So the Vikings will have it first and goal now from the 2-yard line.
Beautiful first drive so far, Nathan.
Yeah, doing what Vinton County's done this year is they eat up clock and move the ball methodically down the field on the ground. So Moore, the center back in the tee, we'll see if they give it to him. And it's a keeper by Dameron, and he's going to scamper in
calls his own number
for the touchdown. For the Vikings, they go up first in this rivalry game in Week 10.
It's a way to set the tone there. Offense looked good. Working the way down the field. What was that, about a 60-yard drive?
Yes, 60-yard drive. The drive started at the 40-yard line for the Vikings as they draw first blood in this rivalry game.
Something missing after that touchdown, though, Nate. It's just not the way it normally is or has been this season.
We have no fireworks tonight, Bradley.
I knew it was something. I wasn't sure.
See if Ratchke can continue his streak of good kicks. Good snap and hold, and the kick's on the way, and good.
Nice. Not easy to do in this kind of steady little rain.
Just enough to make everything slick, and that's really hard on the special teams, more so than probably any other aspect of the game. As the Vikings score and go up 7-0 here with 7:34 left in the first quarter of this rivalry game, and here in Week 10 from MacArthur.
You think we'll see anything different out of Wellston here on this next offensive possession?
I think for both of these teams early on, you're just going to do what you do best. And Wellston, they're good through the air. They've got a quarterback / running back in the backfield there. So I think they're going to utilize that and do what they do best.
Real good mix. And like I said, he's always a threat to scamper anytime he gets outside the pocket.
So Ratchke's going to kick the ball off for the Vikings. And the same style of kick here.
I like it.
Going to be downed by Kaiser.
You don't have to worry too much about an explosive return. And you get the opportunity if somebody doesn't get on that ball that maybe one of the Vikings gets a hold of that ball.
Early score update: Nelsonville York leads Athens in the first quarter, 13-0.
Well,
not a good night for the Bulldogs to be throwing the ball around either. So
no, that's a tough one for them. At home, correct? It is
yes,
in Athens.
it's in Athens. We'll keep an eye on that score tonight. As Wellston back on offense again, this time under center. And the ball is handed off and swallowed up in the backfield.
Got a good push up front. Broke through the line a little bit there and got that thing stopped before it ever really got going.
Stopped by the Vikings, Will Atkins. No gain on the play.
So to bring up second down and 10. There's nowhere for Kemp to go on that one. Don't see this type of crowd.
No, both teams bring a good fan base with them anywhere they go.
And
nice run.
Rockets
didn't see a flag on that play.
Yeah, Rockets pick up a couple yards there, but yeah, it looked to me like the Vikings jumped off sides there.
Yeah, absolutely. Must have got back.
No call on the play.
It'll be third down and 7.
Caught a break there for Vinton County as the clock rolls in the first quarter. Wellston with another third down. Mollahan in the shotgun here. He's going to look to pass. He's got 3 receivers. They're going to try to set the screen up, and they do, and it's
Brock
knocked
Moore.
away by Brock Moore as the pass was intended for Brown.
Mr. Moore saw that one being set up. That was great anticipation by Brock.
Yeah. So the Vikings defense with a 3 and out. Going to give this offense a chance to go up and maybe put another drive together in this first quarter.
So far, Vikings couldn't ask for much better.
So Breach is going to do the punting again for the Rockets. Snaps high, and the kick's away. Another good kick, gets a really good rocket bounce, and that's going to be all the way down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line where Vinton County will take this one over. So a little bit worse field position to start this drive.
Yes. We'll see what they got. That's another great kick by Breach. Rolls out to the right, waits to kind of pooch that thing and gets a good roll on.
Yeah, I like the rugby-style kick. And also that, for a special teams play, that gives you the opportunity, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see this tonight, gives you the opportunity if the defense comes for the block. If you get out of the pocket there, you have the opportunity to tuck and run that football as well. So
yeah, I mean, I questioned that when he took off there a few yards. I thought maybe
almost looked like he was going to go.
Thinking about it anyways.
The Vikings in the tee. Hand off to Moore. He gets nothing on that one as he's brought down by Mullins there. Good job by the Rocket defensive line on that play as Moore only picks up a half a yard.
Second down 9.
The Rockets need a stop here. If they can force a 3 and out, they'll have pretty good field position as they kind of flipped it on that last punt by Breach.
Yes.
Vikings in the tee. 1 wide receiver. And there's a flag.
That's something that we see multiple times a game. I don't know if it's designed that way, but it does seem to work.
Yeah, I think a lot of times when you see Carr does this really well is he'll go into motion and then he'll stop and come back. And that's usually when it gets the defense because they think when he stops and comes back that the play is getting ready to start and they jump off. And that was nearly the entire defensive line there. So the Vikings now with second down and 9, a more favorable second down and 4.
Yeah. This is kind of Brock Moore territory here.
Could be. And it is. Moore gets the carry and a nice big hole there.
Good
block by the Vinton County Vikings as Moore's all the way down inside the 45 to the 44. There is a flag on the play back here. And you may see a tripping call against the Vikings. See what yes, it is.
Tripping on the Vikings.
I saw that one.
Well, that was a good call, Nathan. I did not see it. Of course, I'm looking at the runner. And that's something that I believe we've been called for previously this season, correct?
Yes. It's going to negate the run. Nice run by Moore, though.
It was.
That's the biggest run he's had all season.
It has to be.
It is. So they'll mark it from the spot of the foul.
It's a good run by Moore. Anticipated well, let his block set up and got going.
Yeah, nice job by the Vikings line there, opening up that hole for Moore to run through. But just as it was 2nd down and 4, it's now 2nd down and 11. And we have our first time out of the game tonight as Wellston calls a timeout. So the Vikings will have some time to think about what they want to do on 2nd down and 11.
What do you dial up here, Nathan?
I think you just stick to what you do. It's what coach has preached all year. Stick to the ground game. You're too deep to try anything crazy here. You don't want a turnover in this situation. So I think this is just stick to what got you here. And if you're Wellston, this is a big-time drive here. You don't want to go down early, 2 scores against a team that likes to play ball control. This is a big opportunity for the Rockets to get a stop deep in Vinton County territory and get the football back, which would probably be at midfield if we were punting from this area. So,
yeah, I have to agree.
This is a big drive for both teams as the Rockets come back onto the field after the timeout. I'm not sure you don't give the ball to Brock Moore again. He's had 2 really nice runs so far.
If it's not broken, don't fix it, right?
Right, and that's coming from a mechanic. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Vikings in the tee, Carr in motion. And the ball's to Raschke, and he's going to get a few yards as
Brock Moore on the carry.
he's brought down.
A more reasonable 3rd down.
Brought down by Kemp on that one. It is a manageable 3rd down. You can kind of use the whole playbook in this situation. 3rd down and 6 here. I don't think you'll see anything in the air here. I think it's going to be on the ground.
Yeah,
and so do the Rockets because they're playing with no deep safety right now. This might be a time to leak someone out. Handoff. Moore. Slice and dice and gets the 1st down.
Nice. Great effort by Moore there.
Nice
got hit
run.
right around that 1st down marker and was able to push ahead.
Mollahan on the stop there. Wellston loaded the box, and the Vikings still able to pick up the 1st down.
The line got a great push up front, opened a good hole to that left side, and Moore took advantage of it.
Rockets. 1st down, Vinton County.
And the Vikings in the tee. This time the handoff is to Carr. And he's making space out where there's no space. And there's a fumble on the play, but they're going to call.
Yeah, I think he was down. The ground calls the fumble.
Yeah, they're going to call the knee down for Carr. One official pointed to the ground. The other official threw the beanbag. Again, another close play. But the Vikings pick up the 1st. That was a nice run by Carr. There was really no room there. A good job by the Rockets defense. Carr was just able to kind of snake through that.
Great cutback.
Rockets again playing up front. There's Moore. This time gets swallowed up by number 70.
Whew. That's
Brendan Mullins.
lad.
Brendan Mullins on the stop there. Hard to get away from that fella.
No, that's a big fella right there.
Number 70, Brendan Mullins.
Pickup of about 2 yards.
It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Clock still rolling as we're nearing the end of the 1st quarter here from MacArthur. Vinton County leading 7-0. Got 2 wide receivers to the far side for the Vikings. Rockets still playing up in the box. Hand off to Carr, and Carr's got us. He's got some room. He's got the corner. He runs over a man and gets brought down after he picks up the 1st down. Breach on the tackle.
Yeah, that was a great look by him around the end there.
Interesting there, Zane Carr coming out of that middle back position of the tee that time, and not on the wings. The Vikings with 2 wide receivers. I got you. And the handoff to Carr. And he just diced around the corner there. Ooh. Breach is trying to run him out of bounds, and he does. Now they're going to say inbounds. Nice pursuit by Breach. A good run by Carr again, as the referee signaled Carr inbounds. Looked like he slid out to me, but.
Yeah, I think he did.
We're going to roll the clock.
Another Vinton County first down.
So Carr in the backfield takes the handoff again from. No, this time it's a keeper by Dameron. Fooled just about everybody as he picks up.
Nice little pickup there.
Yeah, about 8 yards on the play there, maybe 9. He had me fooled on that one.
9 yards. Second down and 1.
The second down and 1 for the Vikings. Again, the Rockets needing a stop here. There's Carr on the reverse counter,
nice.
And he's going to scoot into the end zone. Zane Carr with a 17-yard scamper on that counter move. The Vikings go up 13-0 here in the first quarter.
See what Mr. Ratchke can do here.
Zane Carr goes 17 yards for the score.
Another nice run by Carr. Initially had some room, but needed to make a couple guys miss in the secondary and was able to do that. Another great run by the senior as Ratchke, the sophomore, going to try to put it in for the second time tonight. A little high on the snap. Placement's good, and the kick's good. Gabe Ratchke 2 for 2 on the evening, and the Vikings take a 14-0 lead over the Wellston Rockets.
What kind of a find has Gabe been for us as far as the kicking game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that was not uncovered earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Really didn't come out and start kicking until midway through the year, but has done a great job. Even had a field goal in the homecoming win over River Valley, a 33-yard field goal in that one. So, yeah, it's definitely an aspect of the game that you like to have, especially in close games, when it does come down to special teams.
Yeah, we struggled early with that. Could have been a difference in a few games maybe, if we had that option available.
Absolutely, yeah. So Breach back deep for the Rockets. Let's see if Ratchke continues to squib this one down the field, or if he tries to kick it deep. We've got 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Rockets really need to put a drive together here.
Yeah, you wouldn't say it's imperative, but it probably helped them, maybe change the tide here just a little bit.
You don't want to go down, anytime you're down 2 or 3 scores to a ball control team, that's the name of the game. They try to run the clock out and keep you off the field. If your offense isn't on the field, your chances of scoring are very slim. This time Ratchke kicks it in the air, kind of deep.
Yeah.
Picked up at the 32. And
good coverage by the Vikings.
A return to about the 36-yard line was Wilbur. And Dimmel on the tackle there.
Luke Dimmel, good to hear his name.
Another underclassman for the Vikings. Quite a few on this team. Youngsters. So the Rockets take it over. See if they continue to go through the air here or if they stick to the ground game.
No deep safety.
Mollahan is going to keep this one himself.
Nice choice.
And Colley comes in and really stops that
ball
from
loose. Oh. I saw a scramble there.
Colley did a good job of
probably one of the surest tacklers on the team in Cody Colley.
Yeah, kind of a shoelace tackle there on Mollahan as he held him up, and some of the Vikings were able to finish the job there.
But I believe he pulled his shoe off.
Ah, maybe that was the scramble.
I think so.
Maybe maybe thought that was the ball.
Well, everybody was scrambling. I thought the ball was loose, but
pickup of 1 on the play. And that's going to be it for quarter number 1.
Not a bad start.
There's a little bit of confusion there. And there we've got a flag.
I don't know if Coach Smith wanted to run another play there.
I think they were trying to, but the referee wasn't spotting the ball.
Yeah,
there was a couple seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, there was a little miscommunication there between the referees.
Yeah, I'm not sure if what they were waiting to get set there, but I don't know. Head scratcher on that one.
Yes, it was. Well, good start for the Vikings. Got to maintain that momentum here through the second quarter and into the half.
Right. Yeah, very good first quarter for Vinton County. About as good as you can hope for in a Week 10 rivalry game.
You couldn't have wrote that up any better in anticipation of the quarter, so start of a game.
Right. So the penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct on Wellston, will put them back 15 yards as we're now going to have to move the ball from one end to the other for the quarter change. That was just marking the ball penalty off there. So the Vikings up 14-0. Quarter number 2 getting ready to start. We've got Viking Nation out there. Boy, there's a ton of people up there.
There is. I'd say you got some Wellston people mixed in there with us.
I would imagine so.
Probably having a good time, eating some of that pork.
Yes, so tell us a little bit about the tailgate you guys had today. You guys had a nice I worked. Some of us had to work all day, Brad. But
some of us took the day off. But
so how was that today?
It was a good
hog
time.
roast.
It was a good time. We always do the last home game, which is either Nelsonville or Wellston. Normally it's senior night, and we call it the senior night hog roast. But we always have a hog roast and feed the masses out there in Viking Nation.
Yes.
It's a good time. We pitch some cornhole and talk a lot of football, and a lot of people call or text or, kind of see what's going on with everybody. It's a good time.
So we're waiting on the referees, and here they come as they're sprinting down the field.
They must have forgot which end we were on.
A little bit of confusion to end that first quarter. So Wellston will have the ball on the 21-yard line. Second down and 25.
Starts with Wellston and it's second down and 25.
Mollahan's got 2 wide receivers to the near side, and he's going to look to keep this himself, but Vikings in pursuit. Brock Moore, nice block by Brown as Mollahan makes something out of nothing, picks up about a yard.
Absolutely. I mean, he saw that his left side was cordoned off.
Moore was on him on that end. Nice job, though, to reverse field on that sloppy field down there. Really impressive to see that.
It was, and that was great anticipation by Brock by not trying to overstretch what's going on there and contain him and not try to go and let him get inside of him.
Rockets in the same formation. It's third down now. Mollahan looking to pass, going over the middle. This one's going to be picked off by Brady Woltz with another interception. Brady Woltz, the sophomore, does the Bosa.
That's his patented move right there, his patented go-to.
It's interception number 5 on the season, Brad?
Yes, it's either 5 or 6 possibly.
5 or 6, yes.
We'll need somebody to verify that for us.
Yes. So another big-time play by the defensive backs for the Vikings. Trying to take control of this one early in the second quarter. Do you do something crazy here, Brad? Do you throw it in the air here? Take a shot?
You know what? You've had so much success now with what you're doing.
And there's the same play, that motion and then reverse motion that got Wellston to jump the last time, did the same thing this time.
Yeah, I think you just evidently one of the referees doesn't like something's going on there.
And we'll see there's 2 flags from both sides.
Okay.
And they're going to call encroachment on the Rockets. Not sure what the conversation was about there, but
I don't know if there's some concern about a mimicked movement on the line possibly, and they're wanting one of the players to kind of quit doing it.
Not sure.
Brings up a 1st and 5 for Vinton County.
No, I think you maintain what you're doing here. You don't need to get fancy. It's working.
I'd take a shot here. 1st and 5, I'd take a shot.
That's you and I. That's you and I, Nate, and we've been wrong multiple times this season.
Or you could just have Dameron try to keep it. Loss of 1 on the play there. That was a RPO there, Ratchke or Dameron. Dameron decided to keep the ball.
Maybe Coach Wall goes to that little halfback pass, Nathan. Is that what you're kind of alluding to?
Well, I mean, we've seen it twice this year, and it's been successful both times. One time for a touchdown. You may see that at some point. I just felt like 1st and 5, you got one play you can toss away, I guess. So they're in the tee. This is the handoff to Moore, and he's going to get near the first down.
That's is that the 3rd first down that Mr. Moore's picked up tonight so far?
It's depending on the spot here. We'll see. Boy, that's a first down. That is a first down.
They're looking.
First down.
He's calling it.
Yes, you're right. That's the third first down for Moore.
That's just your senior leadership there. Brock just wants it.
So the Vikings pick up a first down at the 34-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Handoff's going to go to Carr. Nice job by the Rockets there.
Bounces that out wide.
But Carr slips a tackle. He's inside the 20 and out of bounds. Near the 18.
Get out of bounds by number 59, Michael Richardson.
Now you have Wellston a little bit on their heels defensively. What do you think right here, Nate?
Well, at this point, Brad, I'm running the football. My tune has changed. We'll see what the Vikings decide to do here. There is a pass play to River Hayes, and he's got quite a bit of field out here, so we'll see if they look his way.
This is a pretty important moment for the Rockets, I believe, right here.
Hand off to Carr. This time he's going to go to the right side. Slips another tackler, stiff arms a man, and he's down inside the 10 to the 5 as breach on the tackle there. Touchdown saving tackle by Breach. He's racking up quite a few tackles tonight in this one so far.
That he is.
The Vikings at the 6-yard line looking to go up by 3 scores now. Vikings in the tee, this time to Moore up the middle. He's across.
Still pushing the pile.
He's still going forward.
Moving.
He's in there.
Oh, the ball come loose.
Ball comes loose after he crossed the goal line. The ball came loose, and there was a flag on the play.
We'll see
so
what the penalty is there.
Who knows what's going to happen here? Could it be aiding the runner, which we've seen a couple times?
We have, but how often?
Not often, but we'll see as we wait for the call. Aiding the runner, Bradley.
Yeah, you're right.
Aiding the runner.
I shouldn't question you, Nate. I shouldn't question you.
Boy, how many times do you see that, though, and it's never called?
No, it's never called. I mean, we've seen that at least 5, if not 6 times this year. with our own team, and I don't
never
believe-
called.
No, it's
never called. And I wouldn't expect it to be called the opposite way either, for the opposing team.
From the 6.
So the Vikings now back where they started. We'll see if they give it to Mr. Moore again. And this time it goes to Zane Carr.
Still moving.
And he's going to be stopped at the 4. Well, it's a good thing, Brad. If they would have pushed him into the end zone, it would have been another 5-yard penalty.
Down by Isaac Monahan for Wellston.
It's a crazy rule. I've only seen it a handful of times, but
similar to the Bush push. Remember
Yeah.
the Bush push?
yeah.
Goal from the 4.
So the Vikings here trying to punch it in and take a 3-score lead.
I think if you're Wellston, you need to make a stop right here.
Carr in motion. This time Dameron's going to keep it himself, and he's going to dance into the end zone. Braylon Dameron scores the 3rd touchdown tonight for the Vikings. And they go up 20-0.
Wow.
The Vikings travel 45 yards on that drive. And they capitalize on the Woltz interception as Ratchke now trying to put one through on the south end zone.
Kicking it deep right into Viking Nation.
Yes. Brisker to hold. Snap, good snap. And the kick's high, but it's in.
Wow.
Moonshot on that one. Woo! And the Vikings now lead 21-0 over the Wellston Rockets here in Week 10. Well, this is about the best I've seen Vinton County play all season, Brad, and we've watched every game.
I agree with you.
Where was this last week, Brad?
I don't know. We'd love to have had a little bit of this last week with Nelsonville, and this would be truly exciting right now because we'd be on the precipice of something we haven't accomplished for quite a long time. David.
Yes. 8:50 to go in this one. Score update from the Plains. Nelsonville, York leads 20-0. That's in the second quarter. Meigs leads Alexander 16-0 in the second quarter.
Again, Meigs, you're not exactly sure what you're going to get Meigs from one week to the next.
Yes, that is the truth.
You go from putting up 82 and whatever it was in week 2 versus Belpre to some questionable games here
Right,
in the last
yes.
few weeks.
Jackson leads Chillicothe in the second quarter, 21-0. Looks like they're on their way to the FAC title this year. Chillicothe beat them out for it last year. Ratchke kicks it straight down the middle this time. It's going to be picked up. We're going to have our second return of the game for the Rockets. As the kicks get a little bit deeper each time, this one returned to the 38-yard line by Wilbur. Brought down again, I believe, on that play by Dimmel. Second time in a row on special teams with the tackle.
The freshman showing what he's worth.
So the Rockets, again, decent field position. The 37-yard line. 8:43 to go here. If you're Wellston, this is a must-score drive.
Yeah, you got to get something here.
There's a handoff to the fullback. A nice pickup on the play there.
Good start
by the Rockets.
Good start.
As Brown on the carry picks up 5. And there's a penalty flag. What is this for?
I don't.
Boy, it looked to me as if Evans just standing there.
Yeah, he was just looking at him, and I don't know if the ref said something to him or he said something to the ref. He kind of threw his hands up like, hey, I don't want no part in it.
All right, so this is, hey, looked like he threw the flag on Evan, and apparently he threw it on someone else.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it didn't look like Evan did anything wrong.
No, Evan put his hands up like, hey, what wasn't me.
No, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I'm sure somebody just said something wrong, inappropriate. Imagine that in the rivalry game. So, Bradley, if you're keeping tabs, second unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I think on our podcast last week we put the over-under at 5.
We did.
So we'll see.
We knew this would be a chippy game.
We're on pace for that.
Yeah.
So the Rockets with the first down here. Boy, that Brown run up the middle really looked nice on that last play. So we'll see if they go back to that. And this time they're giving it to the deep back as the Rockets pick up another 5 yards. That was Bodie Kemp on the carry. Our PA announcer is a little off here.
Well, it happens. He probably doesn't have the numbers with the list, the name list or something.
So the Rockets again pick up 5 yards, back-to-back running plays. And here's Brown again, stutter step, and he's going to muscle his way near the first down marker.
That's a good tackle by Ashton.
Allman on the tackle. Brown's going to be 2 yards shy, but the Rockets finding some offense here late in this second quarter.
Yeah, this is kind of a must-need drive here. They got to get some points on the board, I think. You definitely don't want to come away with nothing and have Vinton County drive back down again and score, before the half.
Right, yes. I formation. This time.
Nice roll.
Looking to throw, and the pass is caught over the middle by Graham.
Mollahan's starting to get a rhythm. He's starting to get a feel for things.
Everything's
starting to open up for
him.
him.
Looks pretty good throwing the football out of the pocket when he's on the roll.
Yes.
It was a nice throw there and catch by Graham as the Rockets pick up another first down on this drive as we're nearing the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. This is a important drive for the Rockets if they want to stay in this one. As they go back to the shotgun, man, you're having success out of that I formation. And this is going to be a keeper.
Angle to run.
Nice job by Cody Colley, as maybe the fastest lateral runner we have on the team.
He's just amazing, and if he can get to you, he's taking you down. There's no missing. I mean, he hits you low. There's nothing you can do about it.
So the Rockets try to get to the outside. Haven't really been able to do that, much like Nelsonville York had some success last week. The Rockets trying to do that, but they just can't get there quick enough. Again, I think a lot of that's probably Vinton County watching the film from last week and really maybe going over a few things this week in practice.
I'm sure they were dotting their I's and crossing their T's during practice. They were going to make sure they were sharp coming out.
So here we go, big second down. Mollahan rolls out. Nice. This one's overthrown, intended for Brown. Just a little high on the pass.
Just through Evan's hands. It was a nice pass. Evan was twisted a little bit, just couldn't get his hands on the ball.
So here we go, third down now and 10. Ball is on the 20-yard line for the Rockets. Well, I think, Brad, you run from the 40 to the 20-yard line on the back of Evan Brown up the middle, and then you get inside the 20 and you start to throw. I question that a little bit. As Mollahan takes the snap.
Looking for
Brown, and he's not there.
Evan didn't. Oh, that
he's going to get a flag on River Hayes here.
That ball.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, I'm pretty. It looked to me like the ball was on the ground before.
It was, and Evan wasn't turned around. He was not going to catch that ball. And when he did turn around, he stopped, and that's when River ran into him.
Right. So there was contact.
There was contact, but it was late. I think that's the reason there's a little bit of a talk right there between the refs, because the sideline judge on that side is probably saying, "Listen, that was."
Well, the sideline judge who was 5 yards away from the play.
Yeah, but the back judge is the one that threw the flag.
Right, yeah. So we'll see what they decide here as they're having a conversation. And
I'm sure there's some influence for
yes, we do.
Little influence over there from the coaching staff. So
okay. All right, so we'll see. It looks like they're going to wave this one off. No, they're going to mark it off.
They're marking it.
Pass interference on River Hayes here.
That was really late, and from the back judge, who I don't know. That's would like to see that on instant replay.
The Rockets with another first down inside the 10, or to the 10 this time.
If you're Vikings, you got to bow up here defensively and get that stop. I mean, you had one go against you here. It's not the end of the day. Let's go. Let's get tough.
I'll be honest with you, though. The borderline calls and situations, for the most part, have gone our way tonight. That was the first one that went with them, and here's going to be a keeper. Mollahan.
Nice run.
Gets to the line and gets brought down by Will Atkins. Boy, coming into his own is Mr. Atkins.
Man, he's come on the last 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, how often have we called his name or heard his name on the radio broadcast?
A lot. Big play there by Atkins as he brings Mollahan down for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and goal from the 10. Again, if you're Wellston, you've got to get a score here. Rockets come out. Kemp in the backfield. Handoff's going to be to Kemp. And he's swallowed up by Brisker. Picks up 3 on the play, but Brisker with a nice tackle.
Ball carrier taken down by Brisker.
The younger of the two brothers.
That was a great defensive play there.
And we're going to have a timeout here by Wellston as they burn their 2nd of this first half.
3rd and goal from the 8. Again, let's ask. What do you? Okay.
All right, so we're gonna dial up an instant replay here, Brad. First time ever in the history of Vinton County broadcasting, we're gonna have an instant replay. We're gonna dial it up, go back to that pass interference, take a look at that again. As again, this broadcast. Gotcha. Okay, we're going to have it on. So the people out there watching will see it.
Viewers will see it. We just won't get to see it.
We're not getting to see it, so you can make your own opinions about that.
Yeah. And they're probably going to say, well, Brad was completely wrong.
Maybe.
It was blatant pass
Maybe.
interference.
I mean, there was contact, no question about it.
There was contact, no question. Whether or not it was, a catchable ball or if it was prior to the play, the ball going past the players.
Right.
Neither here nor there. It was a penalty.
Right. As we have I believe a Baker truck just drove by and he hit the horn.
Everybody's a Vikings fan. Whether they're working or they're here at the stadium or you're at home on your nice, dry,
I'm absolutely freezing up here, Brad, as
nice roll.
Mollahan rolls out looking for Brown. He's not there. He throws an interception. It's picked off. Running up the left sideline and knocked out of still running. C.C. Collins. He did step out of bounds.
Wow.
As C.C. Collins read that pass.
Beautiful move. Had he been able to stay in, he was housing it.
What a play by Collins.
That defense, like I said, you got to bow up and stop. They got the big stop they needed. That could possibly be a game changer for
Nice
us.
job by the senior, C.C. Boy, he caught that in stride, too. He was full speed.
He saw it, baited him a little bit, waited on the pass. And
I think initially Mollahan wanted to go to Brown. He was running towards the right side of the end zone, but he was covered up. Went to his second option. And, again, like you said, C.C. read that one all the way. So let's see now. Vikings have the ball, 4:32 to go, up 21-0. We'll see if they can try to get another one here before the end of the first half. Here's the pitch to Carr. And he's going to cut back up the middle, still on his feet. Thought the ball came out there for a second, but
real close to a first down.
It's like a yard shy. So the clock's going to continue to roll. The Vikings do have all 3 timeouts.
That pitch gets Zane out in space where he excels. He can see that hole and he can hit it.
Kind of a dangerous play in this damn environment, though, Brad.
We saw that last week and, hurt us a little bit.
Carr in motion, the handoff this time to Moore. He's going to get the first down.
Still fighting.
Near the 40 at the 39 is Moore.
It's a first half, but on a few occasions we said already this is a big drive. Wellston needs another stop here to remain in this game. You go down by more than 3 scores, it's going to be very, very difficult to be able to keep up.
So here we go. This time Ratchke's got a big hole. Can he make the last guy miss? No, he's brought down, but picks up the first down.
Taken down by Vinton Breach for the Rockets.
22, Breach on the tackle. Again, it's about the 7th time I think I've said his name on defense.
Kids all over the field, and if he can get to you, he's bringing you down. He's like CC. He's a sure tackler.
This time Carr dances, tries to get the corner.
Got that little stiff arm.
Oh, and makes a man miss. And Breach again on the tackle. As Carr gets across the 40, he's going to be 2 yards shy of the first down. The Vikings with 3 minutes left.
Vinton Breach has to have at least 5 or 6 solo tackles and three assisted.
I would agree with that, yes, without a doubt. Definitely the defensive player of the first half for the Rockets. This time the handoff is to Carr.
Wow, plenty of room
He
to
gets
run.
the first down. This time tackled by not Breach. It's tackled by Wilbur. This
good hard-nosed running, stays upright, force him to, push him out of bounds.
Gets out of bounds, stops the clock. Vikings 2:48 to go. Time not really an issue with the 3 timeouts in the pocket. So I would expect you're just going to continue to run the football here.
Hey, again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. Vikings in the wing tee. Moore in the middle. Carr in motion. The handoff is to Moore.
Oh, clean.
And he's ahead all the way to the 20 for another first down.
That's the difference with Brock during this game. He's clean coming through the line, and until he gets to that row of linebackers,
right,
he's not getting touched, and he's able to come through for 7 or 8 instead of 2 or 3.
11 yards, another Vinton County first down.
It's just run downhill now.
Vikings back inside the red zone. .225 clock rolling. Carr in motion. Fake the pitch. This time they throw it to Moore on the left side.
Catch by Brock.
And he's going to bull his way inside the 10 down near the 5-yard line. Brock Moore.
Having the half of his life.
First reception of the season by Brock Moore. That's a play we haven't seen all season.
No, and that's great to get him involved in that. That's something you've not seen out of Brock so far this year. Flashed a little bit of speed.
A little bit.
Hey.
Wilbur running him out of bounds there, saving the touchdown. Handoff to Moore.
There it is.
And this time, no, aiding the runner as Brock Moore scores from the 6-yard line. And the Vikings take a 27-0 lead.
Well, we can't celebrate our normal way, Nathan, but everybody out there in Viking Nation is trying to make up for it as best they can.
I hear someone's going to need an oil change by the end of the night because I feel sorry for that vehicle. It's got to be a kid. And a sane adult wouldn't do that to a vehicle.
Mom and Dad's making a payment
maybe,
on that one.
Possibly. We'll see if Ratchke can go 4 for 4 tonight. Brisker on the hold. Nice snap. Good hold. Kick again, way up in the air.
My goodness.
And that one's good. 28-0. The Vikings lead the Wellston Rockets here in the first half, and there goes the engines again.
We're going to need to put a flashing light on that ball when Gabe kicks so we don't have any planes getting hit.
The last 2 kicks have been rather high in the air. I wonder if it's a difference in footing, Brad. Do you think it could be down on this end, maybe not as good as the end of it? I mean, at least from the angle that we're looking at, it does look a little bit more muddy on this south.
You can see a few tracks.
South
you
end
can
zone,
see the grass is a little worn on that south end compared to the north end.
So Breach back deep. Let's see if the trend continues and the Vikings kick this one a little farther than the last one.
Rashke to kick off. Breach is deep for Wellston.
Ratsky. Set to kick it away here. And this one's deep. And this one's going to be picked up.
Nice kick.
By Graham and brought down quickly by Brisker is Graham as he's taken down at the 23 with 2 minutes exactly to go.
Name we hadn't heard tonight yet is Aiden Graham. That's a kid that, you know, has done a lot here in the Vinton County community. Played sports for us and is a good kid, comes from a good family.
Had a nice catch. Nice catch on that last drive down here on the left side. Not afraid to pick that ball up in the slop out there either.
No.
So now Wellston back in that I formation. This time, the handoff.
Nice tackle
to Kemp. Not much on the play, but I still think that they're having the most success out of that I formation. I know you're down 4 scores now, and there's 1:43 to go in the first half, but you know this is a team that has a decent chance to be in a game next week. So, you know, maybe that's something you can build off of. As again, we'll wait to see tonight as the scores roll in where both of these teams fall in terms of the playoffs. But again, we feel like both teams have a good chance to make it, even if they lose tonight. In the pistol this time, the handoff is to Kemp, and he's going to make it all the way to near the 30-yard line before he's stopped. So that's going to set up a manageable 3rd down for the Rockets. I think they're content to just kind of run this one out as we're down to 55 seconds left.
Probably. Get into the locker room and talk it over a little bit, see if they can figure out a different way attacking our defense here.
Right, yeah. So the Rockets running this one down. Play clock to 10. 37 seconds on the game clock. Got to be a keeper or a handoff here. And they're going to pass. Nope, he's going to run.
He's thinking about passing.
And he's going to be sacked.
Good
all hands sacked.
That was a coverage sack.
It was.
Our DBs were all over the wide receivers. He had nowhere to go with it.
The Vikings going to call a timeout here and force Wellston to punt. Try to make a mistake here.
Smart move by Coach Carper. Force them to punt, see what happens. Maybe you get a block or snap goes over their head and you get an easy opportunity for a quick score.
It's possible. One of the things that I've noticed on the 2 previous punts for Wellston, the snap was a little high. Mm-hmm. So we'll see, and maybe that's something that the coaches noticed as well, and they want to make them do it one more time. Worst, best case scenario, you get a stop here, you get a scoop and score. Worst case scenario, they punt it away. So
yeah.
So we'll see as Vinton County leads 28-0. To be honest with you, Brad, I didn't expect this type of game.
No.
Yeah. So while we got a second, we want to thank our sponsors tonight, World Outreach Youth Group, the students there at World Outreach. They got a couple campuses. One in Wellston, I believe one in Jackson. They have Outreach North up here. So we want to thank them for tonight's sponsorship. And there's the snap. And a nice kick, another nice kick by Breach. This one's going to roll out of bounds near midfield.
Great kicker. Wow.
Right. Again, so Outreach students, we want to thank them. Also want to thank an alumni member, a former Vinton County Viking great who wished to remain anonymous, but did ask that, I kind of call out the other alumni to kind of give back to the community here. So what we're doing here in our county with this football program has been pretty special this year, and he, as well as a few other people, want to get on that ground level and really make this thing something special here. So we want to thank them too.
And those are the
tonight.
Type of people we need to continue doing what we're doing here. We're growing this media stream.
There's the screen to Carr. Let's see if he can make something happen as he runs across the 40. He's got the corner, a couple guys there. He cuts back, Zeros on the clock, and he's finally brought down
Heck of an effort there.
by Weber on the play. Touchdown saving tackle as the Vikings will go into halftime with a 28-0 lead over the Wellston Rockets.
And the half is complete. At halftime, it's Vinton County 28, the Wellston Rockets, no score.
All right, so nice half by the Vikings again, running the football. That's what we expected tonight, as both teams passed that Trax trophy there that we have on the sidelines. A big first half by the Vikings running game.
Man, could you ask for anything better? I mean, if I told you we were going to be up 28-0, you'd have thought I was crazy if I told you that before the
right. I think
game started.
I think this is the best half of football we've seen Vinton County play all season. It kind of mimics the second half against the Athens Bulldogs that we had. This Wellston team, we talked about it before the game started. They've been able to put up a lot of points this season. They've won 4 out of their last 5 games, so they got the momentum on their side, and the fact that Vinton County was able to shut them out in the first half, and not only that, but put up 28 points to get that running game going. Really impressive in a rivalry game. You can tell, the Nelsonville York loss last week kind of stung, I think, and they've really shown that tonight by coming out here, not giving up, not laying down. They just lost the league championship, a week ago, and they came out on fire.
Come out focused, just tough, hard-nosed possession that first time, running the ball defensively. Go on defense first, 3 and out. The next stand, 3 and out. I mean, you can't ask for much more. A couple of timely turnover down near the goal line. Woltz has an interception at midfield. It's been great defensively. We couldn't ask for much better defensively against the Rockets.
Right. It's definitely the best half I've seen this season by the Vikings, for sure. As we get ready for Wellston to take the field here, they're marching Rockets. Always put on a good show. I believe they made it back to state again seems like they're always going there. I don't know how many years they've done that.
That show they have down there at home in Week 10 when we go down there every other year is always really amazing. They turn the lights out. They do a lot of stuff that's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. So we're awaiting their performance and also the stats from our stat guru, Luggs, who gives us the first half stats. But, again, great job by the Vikings in the first half of this one. Wellston going to play their show on the track. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to let people watch the Wellston Rocket Band and the Vinton County Band, and then we'll come back on after those two performances, and we'll break down the first half stats and do the second half of the game.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
They're cold, but they're going to be good. That's some of the best we've done. Oh, wow. That's good. Oh, really good. That's cool that they're not going on the field. Yeah. My feet are frozen. You know the best part about all this? That's cool. camera ain't better.
I love it, man. They're getting right up in their face. Tell you what, they sound good.
They do sound great. Hey, what's up? Okay. Yep.
Okay, now I'm up here. Stay there. Oh, that's so right. That was a solo, that was nice. It was a solo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Marching Golden Rockets. Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Miss Casey Knox and Assistant Director Miss Emily Justice, with Auxiliary Instructor Marsha Ward and Field Commander Tyler Clare, we proudly present the 2021 Vinton County Marching Vikings! Tonight we are traveling back in time to the 2000s with these pop rock hits. Feel free to sing along with our first song made popular in 2006 by My Chemical Romance, Teenagers. We've got it going on with this next hit by Fountains of Wayne. Released in 2003, the Viking band has waited so long to share with you Stacy's Mom. Vinton County Marching Vikings would like to thank you for your support tonight as we conclude our show. We want to give a shout out to our seniors as we close out our performance with a slamming hit released in 2004 by Green Day. Here is Holiday.
What is it? Like, you mean these guys? Well, Brian and Mason are down there in the band. Like, if you come up here, you can see them. After that, I don't know. I got this just sitting up right now. Put it up. They told me to keep it down. Oh, I was talking to Michael. Yes, sir. Hey, Ty. Nick, one, two, he's right beside you. Other side, other side, other side. Nothing's wrong. Oh, yeah, I was waiting on time. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good, buddy. Yeah. Half number 2.
Yeah. I just wish the weather was decent. It
Yeah.
was miserable. And if it was, a little closer game,
Yeah,
this would
I
be
know.
exciting.
Oh,
It
man.
ain't even much fun being up here.
I'm surprised, honestly. I mean, I knew it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but.
I did too.
Thank you all for your time and attention. Have a wonderful evening. And go Vikings!
Yeah.
Because I wasn't willing to make an estimate on who would win the game because I know you guys are good. And I knew when we wanted to be good, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you guys saying this is the best
Yeah,
you guys
it
were.
is. It's probably the best half they've had all season. I mean, they've played well. And I'm not saying they played bad against Nelsonville and still got beat.
Yeah.
But this is probably the best they've looked on both sides of the ball. They've played pretty flawless.
Yeah, they really have played. I mean, at least on the offensive part. I don't
Yeah.
really know how you guys play on defense normally, but.
Defensively, they're pretty good. I mean, 20 is the most they gave up, and that was to Nelsonville last week. Other than that, they hadn't given up that much. So.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be down on the field tonight, but it didn't work out.
We were hoping, man. We were excited about all of it.
Yeah, me too. I was pumped. We were going to have like 2 end zone cameras, people running the field, sideline interviewers, and then it just didn't work out.
Thanks to Holzer Health Systems for providing our athletic trainer through Ohio University. You can get back in action with Dr. Kelly Roush and the staff at the Saturday Sports Clinics at Jackson Hospital every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Holzer Sports Medicine, helping local athletes for over 25 years. Here is tonight's winning Split the Pot ticket. It is a red ticket. And it has the number 1999879. Again, a red ticket, ticket number 1999879. If you have that lucky ticket, please bring it to the press box where it can be validated. Thank you.
Yo, what's up? What is it? He's up here now. Yeah, I believe it. Boys, I am starving on a whole nother level. I am starving on a whole nother level. Oh, never. My boys are running the radio. I've got a pork sandwich here. Thanks.
Yep, no problem.
I'm eating a sandwich now because you guys are in the room and got me. Mason, who you pointing at, though? 276. Are you guys having to stand there the whole time? You guys are doing doing good down there, Mason. Hey, we got some good bands, man. That's all I'm Alright, here we go, man.
Breach to kick off for Wellston. Back to Hayes and Carr for Vinton County.
Wellston with the ball.
Wellston recovered the kickoff. Recovered by Brennan Tabor. And Wellston will have first and 10 from the Vinton County 38.
Okay, so we're back.
Okay.
A little bit of technical issues there. And it's a little soggy out here, and electrical equipment doesn't usually go well. So the Rockets with the reception. And there's a big run down inside the 10.
If you're going to start a second half, that's the way you want to start it.
Yeah, Kemp on the carry there. So the kickoff by the Rockets breach was recovered after the fumble on the catch there. And now you've got a big play here to start the third quarter. This is exactly what you wanted if you're Wellston coming out of half. And there's a slant almost picked off, as that one was intended for breach.
Pass intended for Zach
a little bit behind.
Broke it up on the coverage.
That was Wilbur on the reception, 27 Wilbur. C.C. Collins there. Pass was a little bit behind the intended receiver. There's the I formation handoff to Kemp, and he's going to be brought down by Thacker inside the 5 to the 4.
Blake Brown and Josiah Thacker.
So third down and goal from the 4-yard line for Wellston, and this is exactly what you wanted. As
third and goal from the 4.
They're trying to keep this game under 30. And there's a handoff up the middle. And stopped short of the goal line is
Evan Brown.
It's a good stop.
He is right on the 1-yard line. Inside the 1-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and goal here. Maybe the play of the game.
4th and goal from the 2. Check that from the 1.
Single back is Kemp, and a sneak. And he scores. Mollahan with the keeper. Punches it in, and the Rockets cut into the lead now as it's 28-6.
This is what Wellston had to come out this half and get it going.
Yeah, the key here was the recovery on the initial kickoff. Otherwise, you're giving the ball to Vinton County up 28-0, and you're probably staring a running clock in the face.
Yes.
But to flip that, to get the ball back, and then go down and score quickly, that's exactly what you want to see.
I mean, they're still in this ball game now.
Right, yeah. So, Wellston looks like they're going to kick here as Wilbur appears to be the kicker. No, he's the holder.
Well, we'll get it.
Michael Weber is the kicker here for Wellston. Snaps, good snap, good hold, and the kick is on the way.
Oh.
Looked like just got over the crossbar. So the Rockets score. Brad, that kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
It did, but I'm sure that's what Coach Smith said. He said, listen, boys, we got to go out and we're going to score. We're going to go down the first possession and get back in this ball game, and that's exactly – they get a stop here. This is a ball game again.
So Wellston punches it in to start the second half. Lead now 28-7 for the Vikings. And if you're Wellston, you try the directional kick, the pooch kick again here to try to force something. Again, it's not really rain, it's more of a mist, but it's been falling pretty much the entire game.
Yeah,
and I can assure you that there's nothing dry on that field right now. So we'll see as Breach gets set to kick this one away again.
Breach to kick off for the Rockets.
Vinton County, the deep men are on the 25. They don't expect anything deep here. This one is an onside kick straight up ahead. Another bouncing ball. And let's see who has this one. It looks like the Vikings do, and they do at the 36. But that was scary as the ball took a few bounces.
Eerily similar to the previous kick.
The Vikings survive that scare. Again, that would have changed things drastically.
You're right back in the ball game. You get that one.
So now you're Wellston. You need a big stop here again. Wellston, nobody deep, expecting the run. Ratchke in motion, the handoff to Moore, and Moore's going to push ahead for about 3. Straight ahead, but again, that's what you expect from senior Brock Moore.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. Let's see if he can break one of those 10 or 11 yarders like he was in the first half.
Pick up 3 yards. It'll be second down.
To the Vikings again. I think you're looking at the clock already if you're Coach Carper. 9:40 to go in the third quarter with that 3-score lead.
Yeah, a nice long sustained 60-yard drive here would do us some.
And that's reverse gone wrong, but Cece gets the tip, and he's got room to run around the left side. He's gonna take it across the 40. He's still on his feet. and finally brought down by Aiden Graham, a touchdown-saving tackle. What happened on that play, Brad? That was a reverse gone wrong and then went right again.
It was. I think it was a little behind for Braylon. You know, the pitch was a little further back than he expected. It wasn't out ahead of him. And then the ball got batted up. And really, everybody kind of freezes for a second.
Really good pursuit by the Wellston defense, though. They really weren't fooled on that.
No, they read it well.
31 yards.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, Brad.
Hey, maybe tonight's our night.
It could be. As this says, the handoff to Ratchke. He's up the middle, run. Ratchke run into the end zone. Touchdown for the sophomore. Gabe Ratchke punches it in again, and the Vikings answer the touchdown by Wellston and extend the lead back to 34-7. As we hear quite a few horns and engines on the hill over there. Yeah. One particular individual is probably out of gas by now.
Maybe.
I'm not sure if it's coming across on the broadcast, but there are a few individuals out there that are revving their engines as we await the extra point. Let's see if we can go 5 for 5. Gabe Ratchke with the touchdown, and we have a flag on the play. I just want to throw this out there, Brad, because it is early in the third quarter, as this one's going to be against the Vikings here, I believe. It is early in the third quarter, Brad. The record for most extra points in a single game actually came against the Wellston Rockets for Vinton County, and that's 7 by the young Eli Downs a few years back.
Well, that was in Wellston,
That was in Wellston, and that was the 63-60 marathon.
Wow.
A few years back. So the school record, boy, could be in jeopardy tonight the way things are going if he can make this one.
Quite possibly. I'm sure Gabe wouldn't mind kicking a few more.
Probably not, but he needs this one for sure. As the penalty is against the Rockets.
Penalty against Wellston. Legal substitution.
We'll see if does this change your perspective, because Dameron's back in the game now, so we're going to go for it.
I guess we're going for 2, which I don't know, as automatic as Gabe has been. But
we'll see if they just give it to Moore up the middle here, or if maybe answer quarterback score for quarterback score here. And it's going to be a rollout and a pass to a wide open Zane Carr for the 2-point conversion.
Pass complete to Zane Carr.
So the Vikings extend their lead 36-7. They're now up by 29 again. Running clock rule in the second half is 30 points.
It's Vinton County 36.
What an answer by the Vikings.
It was needed because that was a quick turn of momentum there for Wellston.
Right, exactly, without a doubt.
You know, that was changed things a little bit there.
Really the play that CC was able to make on that ball that was clearly knocked in the air, that could have been disastrous. This could be a 28-14 game right now, Brad.
It could be. It could be, and Wellston could be lining up to kick to us again and do it once again, you know.
Instead, CC keeping the focus, able to corral the football and run it all the way down inside the 20.
I think he was wanting to make up for that pick he had down there, and he was trying to return, you know.
Definitely a great play, individual play by CC Collins on that last possession. So Ratchke again to kick it off to Breach. Let's see if he kicks it deep, or let's see if the Vikings try something short. And they do. And this one goes to an up back, and he makes a nice catch on the play.
Yeah.
It'll be number 78, Gage Goheen on that one.
Fielded the ball well. That's probably not something he's used to doing a whole bunch of.
Yeah. Well, fielded the ball, but not only, most of the time you see these linemen that are up front, the up men, when they catch the ball, they instantly go to the ground, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna run this one, baby. I'm going to get me some yardage.
Yeah.
So, nice job. Nice job by the freshman, Goheen. So Wellston again trying to answer. This one's a fumble on the snap, and who's got the ball? And the officials are quick to say second down.
Yeah.
The Rockets jump on that one. They actually gain a couple yards on the exchange. And the referees doing their best to keep the ball dry, but it's almost impossible in this situation.
As a result of the play, second down 8.
Rockets back in that I formation. Again, I think this is at least tonight's where they've done most of their damage, and this is a handoff to 33 Brown, and he's going to get 4 or 5 yards. Again, that's something that we're seeing every single time they run out of that I.
It's working. I know you got to kind of score in bunches right now, but I think you hit it, and then go for that big pass.
Right. So the Rockets will be facing a big third down here. 4 down territory in this situation, this part of the game, Brad?
Yes, obviously.
Third down 5.
So the Rockets needing to score again to answer the Vikings here as see what formation they get in here. Shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the near side.
They had about 2 seconds left when they decided to make that change.
Going to call a timeout. Now that's kind of a big deal here, too. Pretty early in the third quarter, burning a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we'd like to thank Holzer Health System for providing
you want to get it right. You know, you got a chance here.
It's a big play of the game.
It is.
Saturday sports clinics at the Jackson Hospital every Saturday morning, 7 to 10 a.m.
So if you're the Rockets here,
and
it is 4 down territory, Brad, is this a situation where maybe you look for a Mollahan rollout run or an RPO type play? Maybe Brown up the middle again to get a few yards?
Yeah, I mean, I like Mollahan outside the pocket, and that's either running or passing the ball. I think you roll him out to his right, see what he can do, give him a few options downfield, and maybe he can run for it or maybe he can throw over the top.
So the Rockets come out in a shotgun. Kemp to the left of Mollahan, 2 wide receivers to the near side. And Mollahan's going to look to pass, and he throws it deep down the field.
Nice.
A nice grab there by Aiden Graham as Thacker on the coverage. A nice pass.
It was.
By Mollahan.
Rolled to his left.
And you talked about him rolling and being exceptional at throwing on that rollout.
I think that makes Wellston very dangerous. Anytime he's outside the pocket, he's a threat to run, or he can pass downfield, and that's really tough for your DBs.
Wellston gets a big-time third down. Here's a handoff straight up the gut.
Good, strong run.
Bodie Kemp, and he's going to be down inside the 20 to the 17. The Rockets starting to move the ball again.
6 yards on the play, second down 4.
Yeah, if you're a Rocket fan, this is what you want to see.
Offensively in the second half, they've been a completely different team.
They have. That's one thing a coach does for them, makes good adjustments. Always making good adjustments at halftime.
And the handoff to Brown up the middle, and he's dragging tacklers as he gets the first down.
Taken down by Byron Brisker.
Nice hard run by Evan Brown.
He's their workhorse right now.
Pick up a 6 yards. It's 1st and 10 for the Rockets.
So again, Wellston trying to score again and tighten this one up. Vikings lead 36-7. We're halfway through the third quarter here from Vinton County High School in this Week 10 rivalry game. Mollahan rolling out, looking for a receiver. And he's going to throw this one across the middle.
Ooh.
Nearly picked, nearly caught.
Mr. Woltz had his hands on it again.
Woltz with the opportunity. The receiver had an opportunity there as well before the ball fell to the ground. But
pass intended for Garrett Brown.
kind of a dangerous pass over the middle like that.
Second down 10.
But good coverage on the outside by the Vikings. Kind of forced the pass over the middle.
Yeah, same kind of play, same area of the field where we saw Cece come up with that big pick.
Here we go in the I formation again this time. The handoff
to
Kemp, and he is tripped up in the backfield. That was number 54, Reagan Newsom. That's the second
just
big-time tackle behind the line.
Blew that play up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not so much that Reagan made the tackle.
Right, he just knocked the defender or the offensive lineman into the running back.
He
in
did that on a
situation.
couple occasions in Nelsonville also.
We've said Reagan's name a couple times tonight.
Another one of that super sophomore class.
Yeah. So that sets up an interesting 3rd down and 12 for Wellston as they have trips to the far side. Kemp in the backfield next to Mollahan. And Mollahan's going to look to the right.
Newsom chasing him.
He's going to float this one up, and it's going to be incomplete.
Close. Nice pass.
It was a good pass. Good coverage on the play there by Zane Carr. And the reception was for Wilbur. All around a good pass by Kemp or by Mollahan. It was again him running out of the pocket and kind of waiting for his receiver to get that separation, but just didn't quite get the separation he needed. So this is the biggest play of the game right here. 4th down and 12. Wellston at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, you can get a first down.
Mollahan throws over the middle this time, and there's got to be a flag there. I know it was incidental contact, but yeah, there. Well, here we go.
Surely that was. I mean, it's a little late to be throwing it for a PI.
So initially, I thought, okay, I think this is going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
I can see unsportsmanlike, but you can't wait a 5 count to throw a PI.
See, and I agree with that. But if I'm that referee, even though it was incidental contact, I still throw that flag because that ball was catchable, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I think there might have been some jawing after the play, and they're going to call pass interference.
Wow. Again, like I said, I agree with the call. I don't agree with the way it was done.
Right.
Very, very delayed, very influential, I believe, the referee was there.
It looked to me, Brad, like the referee was trying to get the flag out of his pocket, but having trouble with that.
Good. I
can
handle that.
For the people out there watching, you can see that on instant replay, and maybe that was the case. But, yes, it was a delayed call.
I just didn't care much for the delay.
But I believe the right call.
I'm in agreement with you. It was definitely it was a PI.
So there is now 4th down and 5 after the penalties marked off. So still a big play here. Mollahan.
Watch for something different here.
And he's rolling out. He's got some room if he wants to run.
He's got the corner, no.
He's going to run it, and he's going to get the first down.
He got it. He got the first.
Did he get the touchdown? Let's see.
I don't think he reached out far enough to get to it. They're marking him awful close, though.
So he is marked off at the goal line. Now they're saying touchdown.
Really? Wow. What in the world is going on with the delays with this crew?
I think on that situation, that referee was knocked to the ground, and I think it was his call to make, and it just took him a while to get back up and get on his feet. I know the Viking fans are booing here, but I really –
I can't argue against whether it was a touchdown or not. I just don't like the delays in this crew. It just seems like there's a lot of delay, and there's always a lot of getting together and talking about it after a penalty. Very indecisive.
So the Rockets going for the 2-point conversion here. And a nice pass over the middle.
Beautiful.
And it is caught by Garrett Brown for the 2-point conversion. Nice snag there as the ball was low. Caught as he was sliding down. And the Rockets pull to within 21, 36-15.
Well, Wellston's now found its rhythm on offense. Can Vinton County step up and be that defense they've been all season long? Or do they end up giving up the most points they've given up all season?
Yeah, we'll see here. 36-15, the Rockets score again. So my opinion, and again, we can't see the actual instant replay, but looking at the pass interference call, again, I think the referee was trying to pull the flag out, couldn't get it out. Yes, you're right, it was delayed some. Probably not. It doesn't look the greatest. And then on that touchdown call, the referee was knocked over. He was knocked on his butt and had to get up and then make the call. So I have a little bit of slack. I'm giving them a little bit of leeway here because of those situations. But again, we'll go back and watch the broadcast, and then we'll be able to see too. So, but nonetheless, the Vikings still with a 21-point lead. As there's an onside kick, and it is picked up by Ashton Allman, who has probably the best hands of a lineman on the team. Yeah, if you're going to kick it to someone.
You're looking at a kid that's been split out as a wide receiver and is generally a tight end whenever he's on the offense. So he's got some hand skills.
Again, we want to thank Outreach Youth for the sponsorship of tonight's game. There will be a fifth quarter immediately after the game tonight at Renovate Life, which is across from the fairgrounds. All students are welcome. That's Renovate Life across from the Vinton County Fairgrounds. And a handoff up the middle to Brock Moore, and he's still fighting as he's brought down by Mullins on that play.
Pick up a 3 yards. It'll be second down. 7.
So Moore again picking up the positive yards. Viking fans getting a little rowdy here. Up 36-15. You'd think we were losing, Brad.
Well, this is a group that likes to get loud.
There's Moore with another big run up the middle. This time he's going to get a first down.
Yeah, it's that time of the game where we need a good dose of Moore to chew up some of this clock. Let's get into the fourth quarter.
Breach with another tackle for Wellston. We're nearing 4 minutes to go. In the third quarter here, Vikings with a 1st and 10. And there's a fumble on the play, and Wellston has it. That is recovered by Tabern. So the Vikings make a mistake here. Wellston still in it.
If you're Wellston, you score right here. This is a ball game.
Rockets trying to make something happen here in this third quarter. As they come out in the eye, 2 wide receivers. There's the handoff. Up the middle.
Still going.
And a nice job by Brown there as he reached all the way out lunging, picking up 8 yards.
I think he's got a cramp.
Yeah, he's getting stretched out there. You said it earlier, workhorse. That's a pretty good way to describe Mr. Evan Brown.
Yeah, he and Brock Moore's game are a lot alike.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully Evan's good to go, getting worked on there.
Yeah, I think it's just a cramp. I think he'll be fine. Probably get back out there on the next play. And
boy, you'd think a player would come over and help their trainer and get him up. That's a load to get off the field there.
Evan's no small fella.
She was trying. Gavin walks off under his umpire. It's good to see. As Brown gained 7 yards on that play, and the Rockets will have a 2nd down and 3. Ball's at midfield here. So the Rockets can really tighten things up if they can find a way to drive down and score as they're back out in the eye. 3 wide receivers this time.
Oh, nice.
Handoff up the middle, and pushing ahead is younger Brown. Garrett.
Marked for a first down.
Picks up the first down, picks up 5 yards on the play. So if it's not one Brown, it's another Brown, Brad.
Yeah, they're great kids, great athletes, and a great asset to the Wellston football team.
So we got 3 wide out for Wellston. This time the handoff. And a nice job by Moore there.
Yeah.
As he brings down Kemp after a pickup of 2.
Kemp, the ball carrier.
And the clock continues to roll.
Pick up of 2 yards on the play, 2nd down 8.
Yeah, the clock is definitely our friend at this point, Nathan.
And here's a keeper.
Fine roll.
Nice job by Thacker holding Mollahan up long enough to where the rest of the defense can get to him. Nice job by Thacker on that play. Pickup of a yard.
Mollahan the ball carrier.
And they rule him inbound, so the clock's continuing to move.
Third down 7.
Again, this is 4-down territory in the situation for the Rockets here, as they need to get 7 yards in the next 2 plays. Mollahan has 3 wide receivers. And he's looking down the field, and it's picked off. Picked off by Zane Carr. And he's across the 50 for the Vikings.
Nice return.
I'm not sure Mollahan saw Carr back there in that defensive slot. Nice play by Carr. Sure hand interception. As Mollahan throws another one. And the Vikings,
Vinton County will have it 1st and 10 from the Rockets.
they can try and finish the Rockets off here.
Yeah, this will be a big score here.
And the Vikings, last time they had the football, they fumbled it away right where they're at now. So we'll see if the Vikings can try to stay mistake-free here. Carr in motion. The pitch is to Carr. He's looking for the pass, looking for Hayes. Hayes waits on the ball. He catches it.
Nice.
And he's brought down at the 20.
Hayes was wide open. Had he gotten that out a little further out front, that was 6.
Graham again with another touchdown-saving tackle. Nice concentration by Hayes, seeing the ball all the way in, knowing the defender was right there on him.
Yeah, and instead of making that beeline for the end zone, cutting across the field.
So we talked about it earlier in the game, Brad. The answer to that question, will we see that play tonight, is yes.
Love it.
Vikings in the tee. Raschke in motion. Handoff to Carr. Carr slips a tackle. Runs over his own player, and he's brought down inside the 5 to the 2.
Takes it down to the 2-yard line.
Nearly punched another one in.
Number 22, breach for the Rockets.
For the Vikings there. It's
Goal from the 2 for Vinton County.
a minute left here in the third quarter. The Vikings trying to go back up, extend this lead.
Wellston, if you're Wellston right now, you need to stop here, without a doubt.
Carr in motion. Carr gets the handoff.
It is.
And Carr bowls his way into the end zone for another score. And the Vikings go up 42 to 15 with 44 seconds left in the third quarter. There seemed to be more and more noise after every score, Brad, from the hillside.
Everybody wants in. Everybody wants a piece of it.
Oh, I love it. So we'll see if Raschke can kick his 5th extra point tonight. As the student section chants Gabe. Snap. Back to Brisker.
Ooh.
And nice concentration by
Absolutely.
Raschke as he kicks it through. Also, nice job by Brisker to rally that in and set that ball. But usually when you see that, it throws all the timing off for the kicker, and it usually does not go through the uprights.
Well,
nice job all around there.
Gabe was patient, waited until he saw the ball was up and upright and took off.
Excellent job there by the special teams. 43 to 15, the Vikings lead back up to 28. So Wellston again trying to answer. It's been an entertaining third quarter, Brad.
Hey,
we've seen multiple touchdowns.
What are we at now?
By
four scores in this third quarter, and it's not over yet.
It's been a good quarter so far.
4 scores in the first half, all by Vinton County, and now we're getting a good mix.
Right,
it's a ball game right now.
So Wellston again going to try to cut into the lead again. It's they've done a really good job of matching score for score in the second half, but eventually you're going to have to get some stops on the defensive side of the ball. But right now for Wellston, the main thing is to punch it in again and cut into the lead because, like you said, the clock's on Vinton County side. Time is starting to dwindle. These games always seem to be really entertaining, though. These two teams, man.
And quite a few of the past decade have been high scoring.
Yes. For whatever reason, there's a squib down the middle. Wellston needs to get on it, and they do. As the younger Brown, Garrett, covers that one up. Well, he does not look like a sophomore down there, does he?
No, he doesn't. Absolutely does not. Very poised, very well-built athlete.
So the Rockets again. I think probably most of their starting field position has been around the 35 to 40-yard line. They've had decent position all night. So the Rockets need to cash in again here to keep this one close. Two wide receivers. Mollahan looking to pass. He's got some room to run if he wants, and he throws it deep down the field, and it's caught. And a nice tackle by River Hayes, but the pass was caught by Kemp. Nice vision downfield by Mollahan. I thought he was going to tuck and run.
The kid's got great vision. Who does he remind you of, Nathan? Does he remind you of Colter Cleland?
I could see that.
And who else would you compare him to in the TVC? To me, he reminds me a lot of him.
I think
not Joey Moore. You're not going to say Joey Moore.
No, I wouldn't say Joey Moore, but I think with Mollahan, his ability to run is probably greater than a Colter Cleland. And here we have a handoff to Kemp, and he goes nowhere as that was strung out by the Vikings defensive line. But yeah, I think I would compare Mollahan more to a Colter Cleland style as we enter the.
Yeah, I think his passing and the way he presents himself and how he's able to roll out left or right.
Right, yeah.
And there really isn't any difference in those passing plays.
I think that's really the main part of his game is, if he rolls out, you don't know if he's going to run or throw.
Right.
And he's capable of doing both, obviously. So, yeah, very good player. And he's only started 4 games at quarterback. So
amazing kid. They've got a talent on their hands in Wellston.
Yeah, so we're done with the third quarter. We're moving into the fourth quarter. The Vikings lead 43-15 in this rivalry game here in Week 10 as the Vikings, with an outside chance of hosting a playoff game, the highest they can actually get in the playoffs, and that's if everything falls the right way, the right teams win, the right teams lose, and by the right teams, I mean probably like 5 or 10 teams have to do certain things.
It would take just an obscene combination of events.
Yes, very, very, very unlikely, but there is a chance for Vinton County to be back here next week, although very slightly. We will find all that out tonight as the scores roll in, and same goes for the Rockets. We'll see if they're in, which I believe they will be, but we will confirm that later this evening. As Mollahan with 2 wide receivers to the short side. And a jump there by Graham will push the Rockets back, and it'll be 2nd and 16 now.
Yeah, that's tough.
Brings up 2nd down, 16.
So again, you can listen to the post-game show on 105.5 after this one. They do talk about the TVC. They'll talk about the playoffs as they start to roll in, so we might get some answers from those guys. As the snap is high, Mollahan does a good job of bringing it in, and he's going deep this time, and that ball is caught. No, now they're saying incomplete, out of bounds.
Well, it's
but
close.
What a catch by Aiden Graham, even if he was out of bounds. He still doesn't think he still thinks he was in bounds.
He's little in all that it wasn't in bounds.
Nice job coming back from the penalty to make that big play, even though he was out of bounds, but a great snag there. Nice over-the-shoulder grab. So
Yet
third
another
down.
great pass.
Yeah, another really good pass by Mullahan. Rockets now third down and 16. Again, 4-down territory. You don't need it all here. Mullahan looks to pass.
A lot of pressure.
He's flushed out by Brisker. Good coverage downfield. He's going to throw this one. Really the only spot his receiver could get it, as it was well covered by Carr.
Perfect placement. I mean, you're going to put it low and away.
Yeah.
Only your guy can get it. You know, walk off the field and let your defense do its work.
4th down and 16 for the Rockets, and they're going to line up in punt formation, but I wouldn't doubt if you see that.
What are you trying to say, Nathan?
I wouldn't doubt if you see that rollout, but this time it might be a keep.
Could be.
We'll see. I think if Breach has the lane, I think he's probably got the green light.
4th and 16, late in the game, you basically need to score here.
So here is the roll, and he kicks.
Nice short little kick.
A good kick, another kick inside the 20-yard line. This one's going inside the 10.
You know, and he's kicking from around the 46-yard line, and he just put that exactly where he wanted it.
So he's having a great night. Defensively, got to be nearing 10 tackles for the game. And then, boy, one of the best punters we've seen all season.
Yeah.
So the Vikings take over, and now you put together a long drive here, you finish off the Rockets, Brad.
Yeah, you put one more on the board, this is out of hand no matter how much time's left.
Yeah. 43-15, Vikings lead in what seems like a blowout, but quite honestly in this second half has been quite entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, as a fan.
Wellston's had chances to tighten this thing up.
Yeah, as a fan of either team, you have to enjoy what you're being entertained with.
There's a nice job by the Rocket defense there as Moore goes nowhere. That may be the first time Moore didn't get anything. Of course, you know, if you're the Rockets, you're probably going to see 3 runs here.
Yeah.
It'd be a big stop for the Rockets, though, if they can hold Vinton County here, because you'll be punting from the end zone. And, again, you know, it's wet out there. That snap could go over the head of Ratchke and out the back of the end zone.
It's not out of the question.
Seen it happen.
We have.
Seen it happen in week 1. Let's hope it doesn't bookend week 10. And the handoff. Nope, this time it's the pitch. And what a dangerous play.
Get down, Gabe.
So forward progress is going to be at the 4, but what a dangerous play to call inside the 5-yard. I do not like that.
No, a little surprised. I can see Coach Carper down there taking a good look at Coach Long and Coach Wall, you know, kind of wondering what's going on down there.
And you're in this situation, you line up and you drive forward. You don't put the ball in the air at all. That's more dangerous than lining up and passing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So now the Vikings 3rd down, 15, and they're inside the 5.
Yeah, you get into that area where if you don't get some positive yardage here, it's going to be tough to punt.
See if they run the counter. And they don't. They hand it straight ahead. And you're going to get 5 yards, which is back to the original line of scrimmage. But Wellston with a big play on defense and a big stand on defense. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to, under 10 minutes, to tighten things up yet again. Play clock down to 20. As the Vikings make some substitutions here.
Now Gabe's coming off. He's going back.
So we're going to have to hurry to get this one off. 5 seconds ago, we're going to call a timeout here.
This isn't going to happen.
So the Vikings have to burn a timeout. They're down to 2 now in the remainder of the game.
Not sure what was going on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a situation where you change your mind on the play, so obviously you're going to punt. But a little bit of miscommunication from the Vikings. A couple miscue plays there. Wellston with a big stop when they needed it, Brad.
Yeah, and now you've just got to be cautious in getting this punt off and not getting blocked.
Well, yeah, that's one thing. But, again, we've seen in week 1 we had a snap. Now this wasn't in the same situation, but there was pressure on the line, but the snap went over Ratchke's head. Again, that's week 1, so you're gonna see those types of mistakes in week 1. But boy, Brad, it's wet out there, and
it is wet.
This is a big play, so we'll see if the Vikings can get a good snap here back to Gabe, and Gabe can get a nice kickoff. Doesn't look that deep to me, Brad.
No, he's not. It looks like he should probably be 2 or 3 yards deeper into the end zone.
So there's a quick squib kick, or a quick kick.
Get a little bounce here.
And that's going to roll. Boy, that's about as good as you can expect from the goal line out to the 47. So Wellston again. Now it's time where you got to dial up the pass, Brad. I think now it's time where you got to get you got to go for the big plays here, which they have done all season long, just not tonight.
No, it's definitely time to go to the pass. And if you're Vinton County's front 3, you're pinning your ears back and you're going for the quarterback.
Right. So again, Wellston with 2 timeouts left for this one. 43-15 the score. And what's been a pretty fun rivalry game here in the 2021 edition.
Definitely an entertaining second half.
Hand off to Brown, and Brown gets the ball stripped. It's still loose, and I think the Vikings have it. And they do, and that might be the dagger, Bradley.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that for Evan Brown. He's just working to try to get some extra yardage there for his team, and just got the ball stripped away. He's been limping a little bit this second half. Great for the Vikings. This is the way we want our defense to play.
Yes, after a nice stop by the Rockets, the Vikings return the favor with the strip and recovery. And now, again, are going to try to milk this one away. As Ratchke goes in motion, this is the counter to Carr. Can he get the corner? He's trying. He's up to the 50. A nice stiff arm. Cut back.
Look at
Carr
this.
still on the move. Finally brought down at the 40-yard line. Nice stiff arm.
Are you not entertained? Mr. Carr says.
Wilbur is a good tackler, a good sure tackler, and Carr gave him the arm there.
Man, he mirrored him all the way across the field, and finally Mr. Carr said, get out of my way.
What a run by the senior. 8:42 to go as the clock runs. And the Vikings, again, now they're going to take their time and run the play clock down some. Ratchke with the pitch again. And nice cut up the middle.
Nice vision by Gabe.
Oh,
beat
wow.
him to the corner.
Knocked out of bounds by, again, Brenton Breach, who has at least 10 tackles on the evening.
He's far into the double-digit range by now.
Ratchke weaves his way. What a hole by the Vikings offensive line there. But Ratchke just weaves his way through tacklers down the field. The Vikings now inside the red zone again. They've scored every time they've been in the red zone. Let's see if they can continue that trend. Hand off to Carr. Or no, that's Moore. And Moore's churning up to the 2-yard line. I think the ball came out, and it did come out, and it's Wellston ball. The Rockets have the football.
Oh, no.
What a stop by the Rockets. Just when it looked like all hope was lost, the Rockets get the ball back on a big play.
There again, if you're a Rockets fan,
listen,
hey.
I don't understand it. I just heard a fan boo the refs. It's a fumble.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the referees. It's a fumble.
Yeah.
So
it's all their fault.
It's okay. Hey, we can't just be satisfied at 43-15. We got to complain about something, right?
Yeah.
Oh my, I love it. So the Rockets take over inside the 5. So definitely a tall task to get down the field here. But again, like I said before, Brad, you got to get big plays. You got to get big chunk plays. You got to score quickly. And here's a keeper all the way, just trying to get a little bit of space, and they do as Mollahan gets to the 5.
Mollahan, the ball carrier.
I think the goal here is just to try to get one first down, get a little bit of breathing room, and then open it up.
Open up your playbook.
So the Rockets in a little bit of a hurry mode in the I formation again.
See if Mr. Newsom can get a little bit of a push here.
And the handoff this time to the second back.
Nice
and a nice
run.
cut. Nice cut.
Look at that. And got a blocker. This could be a big one. This is what they need.
Kemp down the sideline, finally knocked down by Carr as he goes across the 45 to the 46.
Good run.
What a cutback by Kemp.
Beautiful. Saw the open hole, had blockers out ahead, and he followed his kid. And
Boy,
what was that, 40-some yards?
Yeah, if you watch that one on replay there, Kemp runs to the left side, really gets cut off, makes a beautiful cut back to the right, and then it was off to the races. For Bodie Kemp, what a run. That's a big play, Brad. That's what they need, big chunk plays. Whether it's in the air or on the ground, that's what's going to get them back in the game. So the Rockets still making things interesting here. And here's a keeper on an RPO. Mollahan's got some room, and he's going to get about 4 on the play.
Mollahan, the ball carrier. Taken down by Brock Moore and Blake Brown.
A couple of scores from the TVC Ohio, Alexander and Meggs. Meggs leads 36-0.
Second down and 6.
And the Nelsonville York Buckeyes have beaten the Athens Bulldogs 41-6.
Wow.
So Nelsonville York, the undisputed
Again.
TVC Ohio Championship, the 24th in program history. Not a bad number. As Kemp with the handoff this time, not much going there as Moore drags him down along with Brown.
Taken down by Brock Moore and
Pickup of 2. Again, 4-down territory from here on out for the Wellston Rockets, so they need
clock rolling.
About 5 yards here.
Third down 4.
Again, just a great second half by both of these teams. You could tell, the message in the locker room for both teams was heard as they both came out firing. And there's a nice little pass dropped, but a nice slant there. Wilbur had the ball knocked away. Again, that's a broken up pass by the Vikings secondary.
Intended for Zach Wilbur. That'll bring up 4th down 4.
Collins on that deflection.
He had a nice jump on that route, too.
Another good game by Cece out there with the pick and a couple nice defensive broken up passes. 5:39 left. 4th down. Rockets in punt formation. The ball rolls. And here's that keeper.
You talked about it, Nathan.
And there's nowhere to go as Thacker gets to the punter breach. But that's what they were trying to do. I think the rolled snap really threw things off, but he was going to the right side.
He was.
Which is, I mean, that's a play that they've done quite a bit this year and had success with. In that situation, you almost have to go for it. And even though they were lined up in punt formation, I truly believe that was the call in that situation right there. So the Vikings, again, I've said it 4 or 5 times now. Could this be the dagger? Time is running out.
It's going to be tough. They've got an uphill battle to try and get back in this bowl game. But
you got to give it to Wellston's defense, though. They've made some really big stops in the second half, especially down here on that last drive, stripping the ball. And that looked like an offsides, but no call. Carr with the cutback. He's got some space. He may take this one. He's got one man to beat. There is a flag.
I was looking.
And Carr's going to take it into the end zone, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, it was right here at the line on the cutback. Kid was thrown down.
Holding on the Vikings, so that will negate the 36-yard touchdown run. And again, I don't think these referees, I don't think this crew has been terrible. I think they've been put into bad situations, but I think overall it's been a very well officiated game. anytime you get blamed for a fumble, Brad, you probably have no chance of winning over the referees, right?
You're not going to gain many fans here
right.
tonight.
So the Vikings, instead of a 36-yard touchdown, will be pushed back to the 50-yard line with 5:18 to go. Eventually, Brad, time's going to run out, but, boy, this has been just a back-and-forth battle here in the second half.
First down, 24.
So the Vikings in the tee. Keeper by Dameron. Nice move there as he picks up some of that lost yardage as he runs out of bounds near the 40.
Dameron, the keeper, on the keeper. Run out of bounds.
It's like he's at the 38-yard line. Made something out of nothing there by Dameron. Brad, before we're wrapping up this game here, before we do that, I want to send some well wishes out to Terry Hale. I know he's watching us. Had some medical things go on this week, and just want him to know that not just us here, but everybody in this stadium, man, we're thinking about you and pulling for you, and wish you the best. But just want to point that out before we get off here. Terry's a big part of the athletic program here at the school, golf coach and statistician for the Vikings basketball team for a long time, and I believe freshman coach for a while. Kind of Mr. Do Everything.
You see him at the scoring table, at the girls ball games,
right.
Volleyball, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a lot of things behind the scenes, and he pitches in, and he's here for all these kids in every sport.
Right, done it for years too, not just for a few years here and there. He's all in, and that's the good part about being from where we are. We have people like that that go all in, and that's why this is a special place. So we want to give Terry a shout out and let him know we're thinking about him. The Vikings now, after the timeout, 2nd and 13. See what we dial up here. I'm assuming it'll be a run, Brad.
I was getting ready to say run, Nathan.
And whoever had the air horn on the truck is leaving. As Parker Schomborn's in the game, this is a handoff to Brisker. Nice job there by the young one. As he's still pushing, that's got to be a flag for aiding the runner, right, Brad?
Not today. Not now.
That's only if you score a touchdown.
I guess.
So Brisker with the run, as you see some clean jerseys for the Vikings out there.
Yeah, seeing some different numbers out there.
Parker Schomborn, the backup quarterback / corner for the defense here.
Third down, 3.
As the Vikings have managed to turn that first and forever into a manageable third down. Schomborn hands the ball off to Brisker again, and he's going to get the first down.
Good deal.
As he gets to the 25. What a pickup, Brad.
Hey, right there's our next Brock Moore.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I believe you're right. At least he will be auditioning for the part. So the clock continuing to run.
Yeah, a lot of clean jerseys, a lot of unfamiliar numbers out there right now.
Yeah, we're going to have to get the old roster sheet out, Brad.
Yeah. Hey, look who's split out wide to the right.
Ashton Ullman on the right side there. See if Parker goes to him. As a handoff here.
That's
nice,
Mr. Habron.
Nice stiff arm by Habron. I believe you're going to see a face mask. Habron right there, Lane Habron. He may be your next superstar here at this school.
There's a lot of anticipation for him.
The freshman, just incredible at the middle school level. One of those, as it's a hold. I was wrong. But yeah, one of those just special players that you don't see very often. I know he's a freshman, and I don't want to compare him to some of the greats, but he's got the capability, the ceiling.
Yes, he does. Definitely has the potential.
So now the Vikings deep again. And Schonborn throws
There
this
it
one
is.
out to Allman, and Allman's going to rumble down the field as the big guy gets his first varsity catch.
You were
Second varsity catch.
You were just one play ahead of it, Nathan.
Yes. One play ahead. Ashton picks up about 5 yards on the play. Nice little pass by Parker, though.
It was. Looked good. Nice little swing pass.
Tell you what, when Allman gets rumbling down the field, he's hard to bring down.
Yeah, could you imagine being one of those corners out there? Oh, my goodness, what is this? What are you doing way out here?
Down 17.
Yeah, you're supposed to be over there with those other big guys. So here's the pitch, and
Ooh, boy.
snuffed out by the Rockets. Number 75, Hunter Collins on that one. Nice job there as Lester had nowhere to go. As you see fresh faces on both sides of the field tonight at this point in the game. Get your JV some time in a rivalry game, a big game,
Yeah.
a game that they'll be having some impactful minutes
Yeah,
in next year.
Yeah.
So
Next couple years.
Third down 23.
The crowd wants to see Bo Ray. Maybe they'll get him into the game here.
we'll see. So the Vikings in the tee. And another screen pass to Allman, and that's a backwards pass. Whew. So the FAR judge called it incomplete, but that was absolutely a backwards pass.
Intended for Allman.
And that ball should be spotted at the 45. Let's see if they spot it there. They are not.
Nope.
They're going to spot it at the original line of scrimmage, which to me, that was a backwards pass.
Well, yeah. I'm just leaving it at that.
It was close. It was the Music City Miracle Part 2, except no touchdown or completion.
Fourth down 23.
For the Vikings, let's see if they just throw one up
Hey.
deep here. Parker with the
Nice little
screen.
screen.
Nice job there by number 78. He was not fooled on that
No.
one. As Goheen, again, that's the second time we've called his name tonight.
Schonborn's pass.
Nice job there by the lineman.
Byron Brisker.
Freshman lineman, by the way.
Yeah.
Goheen.
Taken down by Goheen.
So the Vikings turn it over on downs. So as exciting as the third quarter was, the fourth quarter is
Yeah. It's
kind of been a snoozer
It
on
is,
both,
it is.
at least offensively.
Well, we're winding down here, Nate. You know, there's a nice run.
Nice job there, 37. Cole Kemp on the run there for the freshman.
Cole Kemp, the ball carrier.
Talking about,
Lane Heaver for
we're getting to that point where we need to kind of think about a player of the game there, Nathan.
Yeah, so I think we're going to go ahead and do one on each side.
Yeah.
So, Brad, we've seen Wellston battle back in the second half. Mollahan with some big plays. You've seen a couple nice runs by Kemp in that third quarter. And there's another nice run. Another nice run by by 37. Cole Kemp there. They got a couple Kemps on their team. I don't know if they're brothers or not.
There is a set of.
They are brothers, so the
there's
younger
a set
brother.
of Kemp brothers there.
Looking pretty good running the ball here. Not really giving us a chance to pick a player of the game. Maybe he wants to make a case for it right here. So Wellston battles back in the second half. Who you thinking in terms of player of the game for the Rockets?
Oh, it's got to be Mollahan, in my opinion. I mean, he was impressive to me. Seeing him in person, seeing him on film now for a while, to see him in person was above what I anticipated.
Right. Nice job there by Bowers, making the tackle in the backfield. I agree with you. I think, Bodie Kemp had some really nice, timely runs in the third quarter. So your player of the game for Wellston is Mollahan. My player of the game for Wellston is Mr. Brenton Breach.
I knew you were going there. You always got to outdo me.
Tackling machine, best punter we've seen probably all year, as the Rockets have some receivers downfield.
Nice.
And a nice pass just through the hands of number 81, Bellard. Wow, what a pass.
Nice.
Heck of a
Smooth.
pass. And that's Johnny Scott at the quarterback position, freshman. Boy, they got some young talent too here,
They do.
Brad.
I'm familiar with the Scott kid very well.
So So, yeah, Brenton Breach, my player of the game for the Rockets. In terms of Vinton County, Brad, we got 11 seconds left in this one. Who's your player of the game for the Vikings?
To me, I think Braylon Dameron had a heck of a game. You know, Brock Moore right there with him.
Yeah.
But I think it's Dameron's tonight.
Dameron tonight. I would go with Zane Carr. Senior kind of put the team on his back, made some plays. Again, it was a four-headed monster on the offensive side of the ball with 4 different runners, with Dameron at quarterback having that option. Just a great game on offense by the Vikings tonight. But, yeah, so there's your players of the game. Again, a well-played second half by both of these teams. As the final play of the game falls. Well, there'll be one more as there's 6 seconds left. As Scott throws one incomplete. So this most likely will be the final play of the game. It's 4th down and 12. As the Vikings are going to hold on, Brad, and they're going to await their seeding.
Yeah, I mean, they might be able to climb up to 11. You know, 11 would be a lot better than 13. You're going to be playing that, what is it, 7? Is that what it is?
Yes. So
or the 6 or the 7.
Handoff to Kemp, and he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield by that Vikings defense, and that's going to do it tonight as the 55th edition of the Vinton County and Wellston rivalry and the first edition of the Battle of the Tracks go to the Vikings as they win this one 43-15. As the teams shake hands at midfield, you'll see the Vikings run over and grab that new trophy that we have over on the track. All right, so Brad, the Vikings pull this one out. Second half, though, what a second half by both of these teams.
Wow, completely different than the first half. I mean, Wellston made some adjustments, made the right adjustments, and they come out offensively and move the ball up and down the field on us.
Yeah, it was a very good second half by the Rockets. Starting with that second half fumble by the Vikings that were recovered by the Rockets. You talk about a Coach Smith team. This is what you expect, a team that's not going to quit. They're going to battle, and they did that. They did just that. So